I need a brown belt. But don't you already have a brown belt? No, it's not coffee brown. Like, really? I've categorized chapsticks as a need. Don't now go out splurging and buying 20 different flavors of chapstick just because you want to always have in reserve. To open your eyes, and I don't just mean your physical eyes, open the eyes of your mind to see and perceive the needs of the people around you. Hi guys, welcome to Life and Living with Lade. On today's episode of Faith Friday, I'm going to be talking about needs and wants, and I'm going to read directly from the dictionary like I like to do when I'm comparing two things so we understand what the actual meaning of the word is. Need. It means to require something because it is essential or very important. To require something because it is essential or very important. The word want means that to have a desire to possess or do something, to wish for. The main words in those definitions for need is a need is a requirement for something that's important, and a want is like a wish. You should always keep in mind what are the things that I cannot do without. For a lot of people, it's a lot of different things, and most of those things, when you sit down and really, look into them, you realize that those things are wants. Some people cannot do without their chapstick. Some people can't do without their, what's that thing called? Dental floss. Just some things they have conditioned their mind that they cannot do without. Meanwhile, what your needs really are things that are very important to your existence. So for example, water, food, and a place to sleep. Essential things that you need. Clothing is a need but can also be a want. You need to be warm, you need to protect yourself from the weather. A lot of times young women especially, and even some guys, I know some guys that have made clothes and accessories, belts and shoes become needs. I need a brown belt. But don't you already have a brown belt? No, it's not coffee brown. Like, really? That's something I like to keep in mind when I'm trying to get something, and then I ask myself, is this a need or a want? If it's not a need, there's no need to get it. The second thing I would like to talk about in terms of the difference between needs and wants, and knowing the difference as a money skill, is understanding what has become a need in your life, especially something that could easily be categorized as a want. So that thing, I talked about it in the first point when I said some people it's just a chapstick, some people is nail polish. Like, it can be anything. Everybody has that one thing in their life where it has become a need. Like, this person, they always have hand lotion, this person, they always have hand sanitizer. That has become a need for them. They have conditioned themselves to a point where they cannot exist or survive if they don't have that thing that has become a need. So examine yourself and figure out, what is this thing? And when I do that once in a while, and what I do is I try to stop myself from having that thing for a while. I'm sure you're thinking, like, what do you want? Do you want me to stop using chapstick? You want my lips to be dry? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, when you have categorized chapsticks as a need, don't now go out splurging and buying 20 different flavors of chapstick just because you want to always have in reserve. Truth is, you're probably not going to use most of the chapstick you're buying. So when you have idolized that thing and it has now become a need, you are now spending time online, valuable time. You could have been reading a chapter of a book, just scrolling and looking, banana flavor, plantain flavor, ice cream flavor, whatever. When that thing is taking your time, it's taking your valuable time, and you will know what I am talking about because it's unique to everybody. All I'm trying to say with this second point is that once in a while, evaluate those things that have now become a need, and don't cut them off completely, especially something that you need like chapstick so your lips are not dry. Don't cut it off completely, but when you have one chapstick, be satisfied with that chapstick. If it's the original chapstick flavor, no flavor, even if it's Vaseline, be flexible enough to know that you don't need 100 flavors of chapstick. So my third point on today's video, talking about needs and wants, is needs as a money skill. So not just your own needs, but the needs of other people. To open your eyes, and I don't just mean your physical eyes, open the eyes of your mind to see and perceive the needs of the people around you. I have studied a couple of businesses around the world, businesses that have made millions of dollars, and most of those businesses are meeting needs. Blake Mycoskie is the CEO of Tom's. Tom's is that popular shoe brand. What he did with his brand of shoes was to meet a need somewhere. That's what added value to his business. He had a vision that for every pair of shoes sold, a child in a third world country would get a pair to wear. Isn't that just beautiful? So when you're buying a pair of original Toms, you know that somebody somewhere is getting a pair of shoe because you bought a pair of shoe. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of Faith Friday. I certainly have been reminded about a lot of things that I, kind of have taken for granted or just pushed at the back of my mind. I'm like, I already know. Please be encouraged, be reminded, and know the difference between your wants and your needs. It's a very important money skill that you need to have. Just a quick reminder to you guys, the giveaway, I have a giveaway that I started at the beginning of October, and the giveaway is still on up until the end of October, and I will be announcing the winner of the giveaway on November the 4th. Putting your entries in, it doesn't get announced till the 4th. You have until the 31st of October to put in your entries. When you go out this weekend, when you go shopping, don't forget your needs versus your wants. Thank you for watching. Till next week, don't forget to be the best version of you. Bye.